Hello and welcome to the CAAAL, a brief history and demonstration. The CAAAL is a classified abstract archive of the alcohol literature, which was developed at the Center of Alcohol Studies by Mark Keller, Vera Efron, and E.M. Jelinek. It's a collection of all the articles about alcohol studies that were written up until that point. It's full of cards like this that have an abstract in the center along with citations and then pinholes around the sides. We have a file cabinet full of these 5 drawers, so it's important that we know how to look through them. Keller, Efron, and Jelinek wrote the CAAL manual so we know how to do just that. They came up with a directory that has letters A through Z for different subjects, and then numbers that zero in on those subjects. The pinholes along the sides show different information. Along the left side are the letters. Along the top, bottom, and the remainder of the left are numbers that zero in further on the subject. And then on the right, there is author, which uses a strange number system that I'll explain later, and year of publication, which uses the same system. A needle is used to sort through all of these. You stick the needle through the pinholes and then see what falls, like in this picture. But I feel the best way for you to learn how this is done is to see a video of it in action.
So these are several CAAL abstracts. So there's a couple here. I didn't take too many because it's a little hard to look through a bunch of them. But we have an example here. The abstract is in the middle. Along the right, there are letters that correspond to the directory that they came up with for the CAAL. There's numbers across the top, which zero in more than the letters do. So for example, A is the metabolism of alcohol, and then maybe one of these numbers would be the metabolism of a certain kind of alcohol. There is also the author, but it only has the first 2 letters. And the way that this works is it doesn't have letters, it has numbers. You have to figure out what number of the alphabet a letter is. So for this example, S is the 19th letter of the alphabet, and you have to mark off a 10, a 7, and a 2. And then if you add that together, it's 19. That corresponds to the 19th letter of the alphabet. The year of publication works in a similar way. It's the last 2 digits of the year. So this one would be 38. So this one is 38. There's a 10 space and a 1 space. So I'm going to do a search real quick through these. One of my favorite parts of the CAAL is the historical pieces. So I know that the corresponding letter in the directory for that is Z. So I'm going to put this needle through the Z here, and the ones that fall out should be historical pieces. So there's one. So this is a historical piece by Jelinek, the founder of the center, and it's about Immanuel Kant's views on drinking. So now, if I wanted to do an author search, I'll show that as well, because that one's a little complicated. So that's how you would do the letter search for something in the directory. And then the author, so say we wanted to find that article again, I just randomly put it back in the stack. And say we wanted to find Jelinek. So J is the first letter in Jelinek, and that is the 10th letter of the alphabet. So we're going to want the 10th letter, so we have to put the needle through the 10 hole. And then ones are going to fall out. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. Because of the numerous numbers here for the letter, the 10th letter of the alphabet, so J, is still in here. But so are any letters that are above 10. So M, L, and M, N, O, P is all in there as well. So you need to keep going through it until you get it to the point where only the J's are left. So now more are going to fall out. Like that. You gotta shake it. And you're going to keep putting it through these first holes because you only want it to be J's. And more. There we go. And I think that'll be it. Is that it? And that's the same one again. So that's the Jelinek article on manual cotton. And that's how you would just search in the CAAAL.
If you have any more questions or want to know more about the CAAAL, you can visit these links or come to the Center of Alcohol Studies at Rutgers University.